Yes, people, we are back. I know y'all have been wondering, where the hell has Yaya gone? Well, had a death in my family, that's one. Two, a bit ill, so I just had to take some time off to catch myself. Probably did too much crying that I end up catching a sty. So it's just so much happening. And also some good things happening. We had some plans going on. So while we were sick, we were also doing a lot of planning, not only for the show, but also for life. But yes, we are back, and not only that we are back, but Manchester United is back. Back to back. Yes, beating Liverpool 2-1 today. Hey, I'm so happy right now, yeah. Because not only am I happy to come back on camera after such a great result, but also, just to let you know, like, all the narratives the media has had talking about United, saying, oh, Sesko, £74 million striker, but never mentioning Isaac fee or Wirtz fee in the build-up to the game. Also, they're talking about Bryan Mbeumo not doing well, and even in the 11 that they picked on Sky Sports, that stupid-ass girl, I don't even care who else her name is, what name, Neve, or she's naive as shit. That's what she is, naive. That's what they need to call her. And she's talking about basically only Lenny Yoro gets in Manchester United team, yet that player only played 10 minutes today. Even Diego Dallo looked better than Kirkes, and that says a lot when Dallo was probably United's worst player today. But yes, the narratives will keep going on how they pick a McAllister over a Bruno Fernandes, yet a Bruno Fernandes today got an assist, played well, how many balls did Bruno recover today? Yes, let's not doubt the fact that Bruno had an average game today. He had a bittersweet game today. Good in some points, bad in some points. But that's okay. You understand? Especially when you are playing a game on the back foot, when you're not really that player, it's not a bad thing. And Casemiro had a really good game. I thought he was compact. He and Bruno actually controlled the midfield. You know, in Van Dijk's post-match, he said, he was talking about United. Usually when United play this way, Van Dijk and the others will talk about, oh, United, all they came to do was defend. But he wasn't like that this time. He's like, we should have been as patient as United. We should have actually given them a chance also to see what they want to do with the ball. He's like, United was patient. They just watched us. They watched us have the ball, and then they hit us in the times when they had to. They controlled the game in moments when they had to. And big up to Van Dijk for that analysis, because that also shows that Ruben Amorim got it right today. You know, I had a bit of battling out with people on social media when I saw the starting lineups, because I saw them talking about Harry Maguire, and all the time everybody wants to go after Harry Maguire. But why? Why you want to go after? At the end of the day, yeah, in that squad that we have right now, not even Mbeumo or Cunha, which are top players, have played at the levels in which Maguire has played, have as much experience as Maguire. And you always think I'm crazy, but it's facts. Maguire have played in the latter stages of high-level international tournaments. Maguire has gone to finals multiple times, European finals with United. He has gone to finals, FA Cup, Carabao Cups, and he's lost as well. There's a lot of experience there. 7 years at United, that is technically already 14 games he has played against Liverpool. 7 at Anfield, plus more that he's played in cups. FA Cup, we remember. Carabao Cup, we remember. So, at the end of the day, this guy have a lot of experience in this game. Now, if you want to play in a low block, you want to defend, you want to give up the space in front of you, who better to have than a Harry Maguire? Strong in the air, strong with the ball on his feet when he's having to defend and then drive through the space. Very good with the link up, very brave. Today, I thought he and De Ligt could have done better on the ball. But clearly, you should see that United just did not want to lose the game. Yes, we had moments when we kept it, when we tried to play a bit more, but United played really in way they didn't want to lose the game. And you can feel that intensity. And Amorim deserves some respect for that as well. Now, tactically, he got it right in my opinion. How he locked down Salah, he pulled the crowd away. I mean, having an early goal kind of did that for them as well. Benefited them that way. But you can see that the game plan was for him to not really sit back, but to take the intensity out the game. As you can see, when the intensity of the game rose, Liverpool got back into the game, and that's when they started to get a bit of chances. That was like, I would say, the first 15 to 20 minutes of the second half, especially when United came out and they were poor. Liverpool started to dominate the game in a way. And that's because of the high intensity that Liverpool played. So that's why Amorim was trying to take the sting out of the game. Hence, he brought Sesko to start to bring the game, more people into the game. And a lot of people might say, oh, why he didn't start Sesko? Because, you know, the delusional people that don't understand football will say, oh yeah, Amorim should start Sesko. But those that understand football will see. And those like me who think the game beyond the simplicity of our cellular phones and our keyboards, yeah? United, he had to do that because he didn't want to win the first ball. Van Dijk and Konate, really good in the air. If they double team a 6'5" Sesko, who is still learning how to play with his back to the goal, who is still learning how to play with the ball in the air, who is still trying to get with the physicality and the intensity of the Premier League, who needs to learn how to pin defenders a bit better when he's going up in the air, because he's still learning all these things. He's 22 years old. All he knows right now is that he's big, he's strong, he can hold up the blade, and he's good with the ball on his feet. As we can see in the game, even when he played Cunha in from that great challenge by Szoboszlai, you saw how he came connect, he stepped over, dragged the ball between his feet, played it through for Cunha. Like, he's young, so he has to develop, and I don't think he was ready for the intensity of that game. Now also, that's why Amorim had to pick the players he picked, because he picked experienced players. And someone in the group said that. Someone said, boy, if you realize now, Amorim just picked a lot of experienced players. And that's actually a really good fact, because when you look at Mason Mount, Cunha, everyone that started the game today had experience playing in that game before, except Solomon. And that is just a great segue to talk about this young goalkeeper, Solomon. Hey, look. Hi. This young goalkeeper is the truth. Trust me. Now, I defended Onana. I thought Onana still had something to give to the club in terms of not bad with the ball on his feet, still had a bit of composure, still helped us play through the lines. But now you have a goalkeeper with the frame of Courtois, with the feet of Emmanuel Noah. United, Jason Wilcox, everyone involved in the Solomon transfer, I bow my head to you, because I'm telling you right now, that young man is the truth. Even that save against Isaac now, a lot of goalkeepers will try to go down with their hand and try to par that away now. You know how many times Isaac get in that position and score? And if you look at Isaac's compilation, when he scores from that area, most times Isaac is scoring, and he's scoring, and the goalkeepers are going with their hand. But if you look at United's training, and this is why I tell y'all now, watch me, because I'm teaching y'all all these things. United, if you look at their training and they're showing you the goalkeeper training that they were doing, you realize in a lot of the videos that Solomon was making those saves. You realize that they were doing the training in those positions and he was using his feet. The first one they showed, he used his hand and it went across and he fumbled it. And the next ones, you saw him using his feet and hitting them away, parrying them away. And people were taking shots from that position for a reason. So big up again to Amorim and his goalkeeper coach for noticing these small details. Now, I'm so happy about the result in terms of what it means for United though. What step United needs to take now. And that's the step of playing those games. Playing the games now at this intensity, having the mentality just not to lose. When you go into a football game and you're already thinking you're going to lose, you're going to make mistakes. I've been there before. I've been in positions where your confidence level drop. You know that as a player, you're trying to make things simple. Your first couple passes don't go well and it all goes haywire. You don't want to get in that motive. Now, Liverpool's playing well. And Liverpool's playing not too bad. Yeah, they're getting results, but they can fall into that as well. They can fall into a position right now where if they lose a next few couple games, the season can go disarray for Liverpool. Now, let's look at something also, right? They like to talk about always when they talk about United, how much players cost. But Ancelotti has to make a decision right now. Because Gakpo is playing well. Ekitike is playing well. Yeah. And two of his players that are playing in the midfield, two of his players that are starting in Isaac and Wirtz, cost them nearly £300 million. Yeah. And he's going to probably have to put both of them on the fucking bench. Ancelotti may just have to put his best, not best, but supposed to be his best two players with how much they spend. But technically at the moment, is his worst two signings. You have Ekitike, who's came straight into the team and been doing well. You also have Gakpo, who's doing well. Salah ain't playing well. He takes off Salah and brings on a right back today. Has Szoboszlai playing as a right back when you have Frimpong, right, as a right winger. And people will sit down and talk about Ruben Amorim and watch Ancelotti butcher a squad that he had. The only reason why Liverpool create more chances in the ending of the game is because they were going for it. They're at home. They have all the attacking players on the field. A point in time now, they had Gakpo, Wirtz, Isaac, Salah, Ekitike on the field. Hold on for a second. And you know, people will say, again, talking about Amorim, people will say, oh, Ruben Amorim start. Sorry. People will say, Ruben Amorim start. Five in the back. Do not talk about the system because technically today, he played with 4 defenders. 2 centre-backs and 2 wing-backs. A left back and a right back. So, when people want to talk about all these defensive players, Amorim defend, he played with 5 defensive-minded players today and attack with 5. And this is what people don't understand about that system. At any time that system evolves, you can have 5, 6, sometimes even 7 attacking players on the pitch. And that forces teams to respect United. Because a lot of people will say, oh, but why Maresca took off? Maresca said it. United attack with 5, 6 players. And if you even look at it was a moment, the goal. Look at the goal for Mbeumo. When Mbeumo strikes that ball, yeah, you have Cunha, Mount, Bruno, Ahmad, and Diego Dallo in the box. How many players is that? Bruno, Cunha, Mbeumo, Ahmad, Dallo in the box. That is 5 players in the box. You can't fault that system. You have to fault the dedication of the players when this system fails. It reached to a point now where we understand what he wants to do, because you still have people like Jamie Carragher saying they don't know what Amorim wants to do. Still. Yet they will come out the day after and talk about his system. Yeah? And then, what I don't understand is, how is it possible that Ancelotti again makes these sort of decisions, loses 4 games in a row, and the media is quiet, still giving them a hope, still giving them a chance, still saying that they will get it right. When will they get it right though? I've been waiting since yesterday. Yesterday. I've been waiting on it. And never, ever have I thought that Liverpool would be in this sort of situation. I did. Yes, I did. You know that? I said it now. When I did my preview, when Liverpool bought Isak, I said what Isak brings to Liverpool. I made it clear. Do not believe this team is going to click, because what Klopp created was a system where you draw teams in and release your players. Salah was that release. If you realize, Mbeumo struggles sometimes as well when he's not that player on the end of the finished product. Salah is the same. These guys are numbers-based, efficient players. You can't think about if United didn't have Acuna. Imagine if you were asking Mbeumo to take the ball from the middle of your defensive third. Yeah, they're in your defense. You're in your own defensive third. And you have someone who's taking the ball, Cunha, from there all the way to the opposition's defensive third. How many times have you seen Mbeumo make that sort of run? There was one period of time he had the ball. In the second half, he had to make that run. And he struggled. He didn't know how to drive with the ball through that space. He's not that player. He's that player when he gets the ball, comes inside, cuts inside, shoot. Comes, makes that cross, shoot. On the end of the finished product. Beat the man, shift, come back inside, finish. There are a lot of moments where we could have also squared the ball to Mbeumo, Cunha once, Mount once, where he could have been on the end of something special again. He could have probably ended up with 2 or 3 goals at Anfield today, no. Mbeumo, no. Even one time Bruno plays him in and he runs in. And he tries to take the touch around Konate. All these small things. If Cunha is on the end of that one, where he's one-on-one with Konate, we all know what's the finished product. We know at least he's getting a shot off. At least he's going to take Konate on to the point where he gets a shot off. And Cunha is a bit far from the goals, but he's very much integral part of what Amorim's trying to do. And today showed that, especially in these sort of games where we sit back and we don't have as much possession, a player like Cunha releases so much pressure on the team. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And I'm so happy, yeah, that United did this. And United won this game, because the narratives needed to be shut down. The narratives needed to be shut down. Again, Bruno Fernandes getting subbed for Kobe Mainoo. Now we're actually seeing the rotation of the squad. You got it coming out and seeing out the game for a Casemiro. But also today makes me realize how important it is for United to go get a midfielder. A Carlos Baleba, for me, more suit United than Adam Wharton. Just because of the agility part of it. And I feel today show a lot where a Baleba suit a bit more than a Adam Wharton. Now, don't get me wrong. Either or is good. But for me, Baleba, Elliot Anderson, and then Adam Wharton. But United isn't too far away from competing at the very high level. I feel United just need to get Luke Shaw higher up the pitch, get Martinez back on the field. Because let me tell you something. Remember when Marcus Rashford had his 30-goal season, Luke Shaw was a pivotal part to that. Every season Luke Shaw had a good season. Marcus Rashford had a very good season. Remember that season when United on the Ole, when Rashford had 20 plus goals? When Martial, Rashford, Greenwood outscored all teams as the youngest with the most goals in Europe. Also, they were on the 23, all of them. Right? They scored the most goals in Europe as a front three. On the Ole. A lot of people forget that statistic. And remember, coming in, United had the worst defensive. Before Ole came in, United had the worst defensive record in Europe. Maguire came in. Maguire solidified United. We got a top 4 finish. We had the best front three in Europe, scoring the most goals as an under 23. They had 70-something goals as a front three. So, I say all that to say that Luke Shaw is a pivotal part to Cunha. Releasing Cunha. Trust me, when Luke Shaw gets the left wing back, the evolution of United is going to be scary. Because you have Ahmad, who is now even able more to then get involved in the game. And what will happen now, right, with a Luke Shaw playing, is that with a Martinez and a Luke Shaw, you now have a Matthias De Ligt and a Noose with a Ahmad. You have the right balance where you just can always shift. So you can get into a back 3. You can go into a back 4. You can even sometimes go into a back 5. Because you can even drop a Casemiro in and tell Noose come around and tell Ahmad come inside. So there's so many different evolutions that can happen. Especially when Luke Shaw gets the left wing back. And I think that's when we're going to see the best of Matthias Cunha. But yes, people, not only am I back, but Manchester United has won back-to-back games in a very long time. That youth might be able to cut his hair in the next few weeks. So he must be rejoicing. That's 2 games in a row, bro. Yeah. You asked for 5. That youth might just be able to cut his hair. But yeah, we are back. Manchester United might just be back. We have just won back-to-back. Call Drake and Drizzy and tell him that I will be in Toronto soon as well. So if he wants me to rap out the song back to back, I'm ready to go. But yes, people, I'm back. And it's been your boy Yaya. Don't forget, please, as I do all that and I've been entertaining as usual, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the page. Keep hitting the bell for notifications so I can continue bringing you great content going forward. It's been your boy. Stay sexy, my people. Have a good one. And we will be back running the page again with some new shows, with some exciting announcements for you. Because it's all happening. So have a good one. Take care. Ciao.